How good is a £400 launch monitor? FLIGHTSCOPE have their MEVO. Under £500, how good is it? I'm going to play the 16th, 17th and 18th here at Penina, and I'm going to use my Bushnell, and let's see if this adds up to how far I've got to the flag. And this is going to be a really interesting test. Rather than taking it on the range and saying it and comparing it and saying how far does that go, why not use it practically? Why not use it out on the golf course? Because if this does work, this could be groundbreaking, because if you could use this on the golf course to see how far you're actually hitting it in play when you're practicing, of course, not in tournament, then that's absolute gold dust. Welcome to Alex Elliott Golf and Thursday's challenge. Well, usually I set a challenge for you to carry out, but today I thought it'd be interesting to challenge this. How good is it? Because I think it's going to be an important thing, because if this is good, we could use this in so many ways out on the golf course to set you brand new challenges. If you are a brand new viewer, welcome. This is a channel that brings you content on Thursdays, but as well as that, on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and on Sundays. Now, my main objective of this channel is to help you play better golf, but most importantly, enjoy it further. Right, without further ado, we've got the stunning 16th, 17th, and 18th in front of me. I'm going to see how far this goes. So setup is really simple. I link it up to my phone just through Bluetooth. Place this down roughly about 2 or 3 yards behind the golf ball and pointing towards target if you can. So I've set this up to call out how far the ball goes, because that's what we're really looking at today. So leave my phone down there. How far we got to the target. Right, we've got 156 yards to the target. I'm going to go with 9-iron. Now, what you can do here on the MEVO is I can set each club to appear, so I can see the data of how far each and every club's gone. Without further ado, let's hit this one away. So I've got it to call out, remember, yardage. So that's carried 142.8, we'll call it 143. Flag was 156. So that's 13 yards short of target. Now it has finished short of that flag, but how short of that flag is it? There are other aspects of the MEVO which you can do. You can use it to video record a swing, put lines on, edit your swing, and it's a real good way of getting some good feedback. But we're looking at how far the ball goes in this test, okay? Because that's what we're all bothered about, really. If we're doing this to see how far the ball's going on a certain day, certain golf course, then surely that's valuable information when you get to the golf course. Because how often sometimes we feel good, the ball may go further, we could find that out on the range before we even go. So remember, 156 is what I yardaged at. The MEVO said it went 143. Let's see what the damage is. Okay, so we've got the flag, that was 156 from where I was stood. Ball there. Let's measure how far short it is finished. Ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That finished 9 yards short of the flag, which meant, according to my rangefinder, which is my trusty old one, I have used this for so long and I trust it, that means that that shot went 147. On the MEVO, it said it went 144, so we're 3 yards out there on that. But as a good start, I think that's pretty good so far. Right, it's now time to test it on the driver. Let's see how that goes. So remember, I use my trusty rangefinder to get the flag at 156. That ball went 9 yards short of that, makes it 147. The Mevo said it went 143. That's 4 yards difference, okay? And as a start off, I think that's pretty good. I think we're all right with that so far. But we've only hit one shot. We need a comprehensive test on this. We're now on to the 17th, and as you see, let's hit that drive away there. Let's give you the data. So, according to this, I'm gonna have to stop here and I'm gonna read you the data. Go on my little table. So, according to the Mevo, shot there, time in the air was 7.2 seconds, 117 feet, 12.8 degrees of launch, and went 255 yards. Now, I thought it was an okay shot, not my best. That seems pretty bob on. That is seriously impressive. Now, other numbers that you can have on here, if I just go onto the settings, you can have ball speed, club speed, smash, spin, as well as launch, carry, time, and height. So we're just looking at really the carry here, and 255 yards on not my best hit, but an average hit. That's pretty bob on. And I'm only saying that because that's something that I know I roughly hit it around that yardage. So that's really impressive. So I just thought I'd absolutely just test that again and just see actually how far it is. Trusty range finder at the ready. A bush note from where the ball, it pretty much finished where it landed. It was a little bit of a plug mark next to it. Not that it's wet, it's just a little bit soft this morning with it being a bit dewy. So the back to the tee, which is the little mound just in front of where I was teeing off from, was 250 yards. The tee was roughly just past that. Bob on, very, very impressive. Summarised so far, we've had a 9-iron which was 4 yards short, and we've had a driver which was pretty much bob on. We need to do a little bit more testing. We've had a shorter iron shot. Let's have a look at a longer iron shot and see how it fares there. Mevo down and in place. Let's have a look how far we've got. .180 to the flag. So we've looked at a medium iron shot, 156 yards, we've looked at a drive, now we've got 186 yards. I've set it to 6-iron on my Mevo. Let's see how it fares up against this flag. That was hit nice. That said 172.2, so 14 yards short of that flag. Let's see how it is. Now I know this is truly not an absolutely accurate test because I'm not really comparing launch monitor to launch monitor. I'm not really comparing apples with apples, really. And who's to say that my rangefinder's an inaccurate one? Well, I just thought it'd be a fun thing to do to actually just see, relative to what I use on the course and what I trust on the course, how does the Mevo fare up? But if you want me to test it against my actual big flight scope, the Xi, please do comment down below. Let me know if you want to see that on the channel, on the challenge. We could do it as another challenge, flight scope versus flight scope. Challenge, let's see which one's better. Right, so we had 186 yards. The Mevo said it went 172, 14 yards short. Let's see if it is. So here we go. Flag, remember, 186. Mevo said it went 172. You can see there where it pitched. Let's repair that. Let's measure from where it pitched, because we're looking at carry, to the flag. So we're looking at, from what the Mevo said, this to be 172 yards. So for that to be correct, there's got to be a 14-yard difference. Okay, 172 plus 10, just checking my maths here, 182 plus 4 is 186. Let's repair this bad boy. So if this is truly accurate, I'm looking for 14 yards between where this pitched and the flag. Now I know I didn't hit it at the flag because I'm not that good at the moment. Right, well, check out the vlogs, you might think otherwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 yards off. So 186 minus 10 is 176. That puts us 4 yards out again. which I think is pretty accurate. Remember, it's only under 500 pounds. So far, drive's been bob on, and we've been 4 yards out with the 156 yard shot, and we've been 4 yards out with this shot. Mevo said it went 172. I lasered the flag at 186, and that's 10 yards difference. So according to where the flag was, that's gone 176, but it said it went 172. 4 yards out. Wow, that was so complicated. Now, there's one thing to bear in mind. What I want you to bear in mind here is I'm not comparing apples with apples. This is what I said. Who's to say that my rangefinder is not that accurate? I don't know. It's just something that I've used and I trust out on the golf course. But I think that's really damn good. We've been 4 yards out on an iron, another 4 yards out on a longer iron, and we've been bob on with the driver. It's now time to test the last thing. I really want to test a fairway wood. So guys, stick around to the end of this video. We're heading down the 18th now, my favourite hole here at Penina, but do stick around because I'll give you my overall opinion on the Mevo. At 235 yards, let's see how it fares. Remember, we've done an iron, 9 iron, which was 4 yards out, done a driver, which was bob on, done a 6 iron, which was 4 yards out. So far, we're pretty good. I mean, that's really good, I think, because one thing I would say is that even the most expensive launch monitors aren't always that accurate. I mean, they are 9% of the time, but there's always mean. There's always ones that go away from the actual mean. That was like a good duff. I actually hit it all right, but it sounded a bit heavy. 227 yards, 0.1. The flag was 235. Let's see how far that finished short of the flag, because it has finished short, but let's see actually how far it's finished short. So as we come onto the green, here we go. Flag, I lasered at 235. We're walking in that direction because that's exactly where we hit from. It's not right to walk in that direction. Got to walk in that direction, straight on, equidistance. So according to the laser rangefinder, which I lasered the flag at 235 yards, when that ball's finished 9 yards short, that makes that sure that shot's gone 226. So I didn't quite get it. I thought if I got it, I probably would have gone just over the back. So that's gone in total of 226 yards. The Mevo said it went 227. We're 1 yard out. So that is the fun test complete. It's now time to give you my overall opinion. We had 2 shots which were 4 yards out, and they were iron shots. We had a 3-wood which was, well, it's not actually a 3-wood, I'm gonna hold my hands up. It is a 4-wood, which was 1 yard out. A bit of a fat one, 1 yard short of the flag. I thought if I'd get one, I would go big, if I'm honest. I usually carry my 3-wood 240-ish, around there. So, what do I think of it? Okay, so we're back where it started. The comparison between this, my trusty old rangefinder, which is getting pretty old now, but it still works, and my Mevo. So we can come to the conclusion that the Mevo is pretty accurate against this. Now I am saying it's against this because I've not compared it launch monitor to launch monitor, so it's not a fair test. I thought it'd be a fun test and a good challenge for this out on the golf course, because we saw that it went 4 yards difference on my 156 yard shot. Drive was pretty bob on. 4 yards difference on a 186 yard shot. And then on the final 4-wood that I hit, there was 1 yard of difference. So I know there is difference, but I think that's pretty accurate. Now, I actually developed some games which I've used this for with a few of my students. So I set it to just call out yardage, and I called out some yardages with pitching, so 50 yards, 100 yards, 90 yards. And we tested them against that. And I found that this was very, very useful, and this is a really good thing, because when I upload some more content on Training Tuesday, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this to create some tests, because I think this is gonna be really useful for training for 2020. So my overall opinion, it is very, very good for the price of what it is. It's not 100% accurate. I keep annoying myself because I can't keep saying it's not 100% accurate, because who says that this is? You get what I mean. Compared to what I use and what I use on the golf course and what I trust, it's a little bit out, but literally not a lot at all. I think it'd be a really interesting thing to challenge it against my full flight scope, and we'll get a very fair test that way. thank you for watching today's video on Alex Elliott Golf. If you did enjoy this content, guys, please do hit that subscribe button as well as that thumbs up button too.